Yo guys, OtakuOps here. How's it going? So first, before I start, I just want to mention something very important, and that is that my health right now is really in the crapper, and I often feel like very miserable. I take certain medicines which give me a kind of headache as a side effect, but that's the least of my problems. I have much bigger worries, and so I just want people to bear that in mind. Basically, yeah, I am doing this, but I am in pain and I'm suffering. But I'm doing my best. Okay, so yeah, all right. Now that's out of the way, I'm gonna introduce what I'm gonna do today, and that's gonna be Dragon Age Origins. So usually I do an intro where I talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the game, but in this case, I don't know anything about it. So I am starting blind. I don't know anything about the game. All I know is that yeah, it's released in 2009. It's made by BioWare and EA. Well, distributed by EA. Of course, I do know that this is kind of the other big baby of BioWare. They had Dragon Age and Mass Effect. I think it was kind of at the same time, and I don't know. Some people played both, but for me, I played Mass Effect instead, and that was it, pretty much. That was it, and I completely forgot about Dragon Age. But people say it's good, and I'm always eager to play good stories. Now, some people say that the story is not good, but again, I can't comment either way because I have never played this, so I'll find out. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the intro. Let's jump into it. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna pause here. I'm gonna mute, myself. The I don't know. Like I bought this from GOG actually, and so it is the Ultimate Edition. But I don't really see anything in the because it's already here, I guess. Yep. So if you buy the Ultimate Collection, you're gonna get a bunch of stuff here. I bought it for like ridiculously cheap. Okay, it was like I think it was less than $5 or something. So that's a great deal as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, you get a bunch of stuff here. I don't know any what it means though. So I think you can click on it and you can see what it means. Um, okay. For me, it means nothing because I don't know anything about the game, right? So it's a bunch of extra adventures. I know there's some extra equipment as well, and yeah. So yeah, if you get the Ultimate Edition, you're gonna get a bunch of stuff here, and it's already installed, so you don't have to do anything. Otherwise, I guess you go here and you redeem codes or you add points. I'm not sure what that means, but you redeem code usually is how you do that. Anyway, I don't have to do that. So the thing is, like, I did test this game before, so that's why I said resume, but I'm gonna start a new game and I'm gonna go from the beginning.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They they became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
All right. Just give me one moment. I'm just gonna check if the audio is working properly or not. So, where is that? Oh, here. Okay, it's working. Good. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is have a recording and then the audio is not there. That's kind of ridiculous. You have to make sure. Better be safe than sorry. Anyway, we're going to start here. And so the first thing I want to say actually is not related to this game. It's related to Mass Effect. What happened was when I started playing Mass Effect in the first level, when you go to Eden Prime, I think, my game crashed pretty much during the very first encounter. And I was like, fuck this shit. Like, I am not playing that because, well, you know, obviously you start to think maybe it's the game that is buggy, and if that's the case, then it's going to happen again, and you don't want that. It depends also on the mood. Sometimes, like when you just have that kind of crash and you're in a bad mood, you kind of quit, right? But anyway, I definitely came back to it later, and I'm very glad I did because Mass Effect is one of my favorite games ever. So it's interesting because I played kind of, I guess it was a demo or something, or Inquisition, and the same thing happened again. Like, it's unbelievable, but maybe I'm cursed or something. During the very first battle, the game crashes, goes back to Windows, and I'm like, what is going on here? It must be some kind of the curse of BioWare. Anyway, I hope it doesn't happen here. Now we can have a look at the thing here properly. And the background you select. So yeah, this is the character selection. I have a issue here. There we go. Now it's fixed. I had no audio for some reason. So here, as I mentioned in my intro, you can basically choose your gender. which is very simple in this case. It's just male or female. As I mentioned before, if I'm given a choice in these games, I'm always going to pick a female. Well, because I'm a man and it's just nicer to look at a woman, obviously. So, yeah, that's the reason. Plus, I mean, come on, let's be honest here. It's awesome to have a female that's kicking ass with swords and axes and bows, etc. It's something. So yeah, female. For the race, you get okay. You get elf, so you get human, elf, and dwarf. They all have their advantages, and if you read the description at the bottom, you will see what you get. But for me, it's probably elf or human, but elf is mostly good for magic, I think. And I'm looking more for a tank, so let's go with human. And for class, so you can have a warrior, you can have mage, or you can have a rogue. As I mentioned in the intro again, when you start the game with just one character, it's probably the safe choice is to go with a tank. So in that case, it has to be a warrior. And you can have background, but for some reason, oh, maybe it's because, okay, yeah. So it depends on who you pick here. But yeah, the abilities will be different for each race. So if you pick a human, it's pretty limited. It's just human noble. That's it. So born to wealth and power second only to royalty, you find your training in both diplomacy and battle put to the test as your brother leads the bulk of your family's forces to war in the south. Okay.
Greetings.
And again, here you can customize your character. I'm fine with the name. Just, I don't want to mess up the dialogues too much, so let's stick with the default. You can choose the preset faces here. I think you're supposed to do that and then customize them, as far as I remember. So let's see what they got here. Okay. All right. Alrighty. That looks pretty good to me, actually. You can change a bunch of stuff here. You can change skin tone, complexity, etc. So obviously for the stream now, I'm gonna obviously stream the whole thing. But for the edit, what I'll do here is that I'm basically gonna speed it up so people don't have to sit through this, basically. So I'm gonna fiddle around with it, and I'll see you right back. Okay, well, again, she's kind of a warrior. So if you're this kind of all-out warrior, you know, your voice has to match. Like you can't be a badass warrior and have a very kind of girly voice. If I don't know, like it's weird. Like it doesn't go well together. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go with violent. And wise is okay as well, but it's just a bit more accent on violent. All right, you get your attributes here. So again, she's a warrior, so obviously needs strength and dexterity. And willpower is usually to resist spells or something, if I remember correctly. More stamina. Okay. Magic. Well, I don't need magic. Cunning. It could be useful. Constitution is basically just HP points, so maybe cunning. Let's make her smart. Next. What is this? So yeah, This is skills, right? So of course you get a bunch of skills here. Some of them are passive, which means that they're working in the background, like they're always active, and some of them are basically called like active, so they're only used when you click the button basically. So this is like combat skills usually. All right, let's see what we have here. Combat tactics. Okay. Can I pick this one? Yeah. Expert combat training. The third tier weapon talents. So that determines the level of armor you can wear, I guess. This is very important then. Okay. Poison making. Meh. Herbalism. Survival. Stealing. Okay. This could be useful. And of course, this is for conversations, I guess. I don't know. Let's go with that because I know that in Mass Effect, the dialogue was very important, and so if you had a high skill, it would unlock certain good options. Let's go with that. Anyway, I never played this, so don't know. Points to spend. So this is talents. This is skills. Okay, talents. Greater health. Ah, that sounds good. Precise striking. Okay. Threaten. Drawing them away from other allies. Oh, I see. Okay. Dual weapon. Or I can be an archer. Weapon and shield. Shield bash. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is for defense, and this is also kind of defensive. Another two-handed. Interesting, because I thought they had dual weapons, and then they have two-handed. It's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Anyway, that's it. All right. Let's go with... Don't know, man. Sacrificing attack speed for a bonus. Let's go with the shield pommel. I'm basically I just want to play this to experience the game, not really to have a challenge. So in that, I'm gonna pick easy, just to make it simpler.
For generations, your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not Monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear. My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time.
So the dialogue, the response dialogue is voiced, but my dialogue, so what I say, is not voiced. So I guess I will voice what I say. Now this is common in games, but I know that again in Mass Effect they basically voiced everything, and that was really cool, by the way. But obviously here it's a choice that games make. Like they don't have voice for your own character. All right. What did he say again? My son Thomas, okay. To what end?
Ha! To what end? She says. So glib, too. She's just like her mother when she talks like that.
See what I contend with, Hal? There is no telling my fierce girl anything these days. Make her bless her heart.
No doubt because you've trained her as a warrior. How unique.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Are you certain what's involved with such a task?
Oh, no.
No doubt because you've...
Peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Castle Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They defeated the Darkspawn long ago?
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
Is there any reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
I doubt I have to be here for that. Oh, okay, of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Where is Fergus?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lass and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Alrighty. So, controls first for those who don't know how to play this. Basically, you use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out. If you zoom out all the way, it kind of goes into the top-down mode, which, to be honest with you, it's easier to play because you can just see more of the screen, right? To move around, you use the right mouse button, and yep, that's pretty much it. You can click somewhere and then click somewhere else. It will just readjust the course. To attack though, I don't know yet because I don't have enemies, so when they pop up, I will tell you. But yeah, if you push I on the keyboard, it goes into the inventory. And if you bought the Ultimate Edition, which I did, you're gonna get a bunch of bonuses basically here. So I don't know, like I need some time to look through this stuff because there's really a lot of stuff here. But you can see it adds armor, but you also get some fatigue and stuff like that. So it's pretty complex. Leather boots. Okay. Let's go with that. So you can just double click and it will equip it. Okay. Alright, that's fine. 1 to all attributes. That sounds good. This one is for mages. While exploring, 1 armor. Okay. This one is pretty good too, actually. Guildmaster's belt. Oh, yep. Alright. Band of fire. Oh, that's actually it. Okay. So let's actually I can have 2, I think. So let's do that. We have a limited capacity for the inventory. You can have 70 items, which is plenty, to be honest. And there is some equipment which is like default here, obviously. It's not very good, but... Use... Render on... Oh. Sure. What is that? Okay, but how do you actually use it though? Okay, must be a different thing then. You can drag and drop. Yeah, I know that. Okay, what I want is the attributes here. Where is it? Okay, so yeah, you can have some extra stuff here. Let's go with Constitution. And next. Heroic accomplishment. Well, that's just your kind of status statistics. Okay, yep. So, yeah, how do you use that thing? Weird. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. Now it worked for some reason. Level up. So specialization, this comes obviously later. Next. And I have 1 more skill. Let's go with that. Next. Okay. By the way, you can also use the WASD keys, but the problem is it's not WASD, it's kind of QWES, which takes a bit of time getting used to, but yeah, I would use that instead of the mouse because I don't know. It's just, it seems more accurate actually. Yeah, because you see, like, as soon as you click D or A, it just flips the camera. And sometimes you do need to do that because, yeah, you can't see where you're going. So, yeah, okay, I'm gonna use the mouse then. All right, screw it.
Oh, my lady, we were just,
Taking a break.
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Did my father fear someone would steal something?
I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury.
Who has the key?
The Terran. And perhaps the Terraner? Honestly don't know, my lady.
Perhaps you'd better get back to work.
Yes, my lady. Thank you, my lady.
Got it.
What is this?
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my abruptness, my lady. It's simply that I've been looking everywhere for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
Did the dog get into the larder again?
No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
I guess I should collect him.
That would be wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
I don't need you to follow me around.
Your mother was quite insistent, and I fear her more than you.
To the kitchen, then.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Okay, so obviously, like, I think he's just a temporary character or something.
Hello, my dear girl. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
They could do with some discipline.
Perhaps you could help me with that. Might you join me in teaching this lesson?
Okay.
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
We predate the founding of the kingdom.
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young lady.
I don't advise insulting me, old
I
man.
expect one who holds sway over the lives of others to keep a sharp mind, as does your father. At any rate, your family has held the Ternier of High Ever since before King Callan had united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Cousland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence.
We oppose the king?
The Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won.
And he let us keep the Ternier?
Galahad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elathea's men were defeated, Galahad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
All right, time to end.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Oh, does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. But perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all the good I'm doing. Then ask myself all this, why do you do this?
Okie dokie. All right. There's really not much to do here because to advance the story you have to find that character. So I think he's the thing is, like, I don't even know where he is, to be honest. Okay, so while I'm walking around here, I'm just gonna briefly talk about my experience with these type of games.
Got it.
Basically, I played a few of them, like Dungeon Siege. Dungeon Siege for me is mostly a button masher, really. There's not much story as far as I remember. There wasn't much dialogue, and yeah. Like, it's fun to play once, but that's pretty much it. Like, if you're expecting something grand, then you're gonna be pretty disappointed. And then from others, I'm not sure. I played like Neverwinter Nights. Neverwinter Nights was excellent. Oh man, I love that game. I think that was the first game I played where during the battles, right, the characters like properly blocked with their shields, or they kind of feinted the attack or something like that. And that was I really never saw anything like it before, so that was definitely something. So I do have some experience in those games, but not like a lot.
Now's better than later. Got it.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all!
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
What good would that do, though? I don't see the point.
I would think that a woman who desires to spend her life on the battlefield would show more humility.
I've told you before, I don't believe in the Maker.
I prayed that the danger your brother and father face might change your mind. It saddens me that you will walk alone in this world and the hereafter by your choice of blindness. But I will bother you no further. I must yet administer to soldiers who will appreciate it. Excuse me.
Yeah, not interested in religion, sorry. Okay, where is that kitchen? chapel. Oh, so it's kind of over there. All right. Yeah, if you push M on the keyboard, it's gonna bring up the map.
Good evening, milady.
There's a passage here? Nope.
Get that bloody mud out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves, I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Okay, maybe you should lock it tighter?
If I locked it any tighter, we couldn't get in.
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
All right.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
You can basically scold him or compliment him. Or are you trying to tell me something?
He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Enter a name for the dog. Oh boy, I'm not good with pet names. What was the... You know what? I'm gonna go with Friender, and for people who don't know, this is the dog of a Japanese anime character called Castle, and he has a dog who is a real dog, and then he gets... I don't know really because I haven't watched yet the first series, but I think he dies or something, and then he gets reborn into a machine dog basically, and becomes Cashier's best friend. So yeah, Friender is fine. Okay, so here you have some kind of battle, and obviously right now it's a tutorial, so that's why it's paused. Pause for tactical. Well, I guess the button P? No, P is proper talents and stuff. So where is the pause button exactly? Interesting. There's a cat up there or something. Alright. Anyway, yeah, where is the button here? Let me see. Controls. What is this? Menu. Okay. Space. Okay. Not my choice, but space, huh?
Okay.
Yep.
like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Those were very large rats.
I've seen larger. They come up from the Kokari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Okay, you should probably wipe your blood off.
Now's better than later.
Okay, so yeah, you basically attack using the right mouse button. It's kind of strange because it seems you have to keep clicking on enemies, like it doesn't automatically target the next one. That's a bit strange. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it didn't look like it's doing that. So yeah, you're gonna find items. You can check them out, but I'm not sure what they are at the moment. So just grab what you can. There's one more thing here. Is that it? Yeah.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
He was defending from rats.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
My dog made sure it's safe.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lady. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Quest completed. Okay, well that was pretty simple. Just for the record, like I did play this level before. I basically beat the castle, and that's it. So I think that's pretty much all you do here. So let's go back to the main hall, or maybe up here.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my lovely daughter. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
There were giant rats in there.
Ah, marvelous. Just the thing for my guests to hear right before dinner. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Weren't you drunk?
I'm so proud of my pup's mastery of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's not married yet either.
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Thanks.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
And she says that after seeing you whacking stuffed men in the courtyard, sweating like a mule.
Your daughter's prowess with the blade is most impressive.
I was quite the battle maiden myself in my day. But I think it was the softer arts that helped me land a husband.
You're aware that we're at war?
Aware that my husband and son are about to ride off to battle and perhaps never return? Quite.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your ladyship.
Okay.
Good evening, milady.
Wait, what about this door here? Yeah, some of these are locked for now, but that's okay. That's fine. It's meant to be that way.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little sister to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
Let me know when you're finished.
When there's a man in your life, you'll understand.
Men are overrated.
One day you'll meet someone who can handle you. Mark my words.
Okay, do you know about the Grey Warden?
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come?
He's recruiting, I guess.
Oh, if I were a Grey Warden, little sister, I'd have my eye on you. Not that father would ever allow it.
Okay. Father wants you to leave without him, yep.
Then the Owl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many Darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
A good shield would be more useful, definitely.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, maker's breath. It's like living with a pair of small boys. Thankfully, I have a daughter.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, sister, won't you?
Sure.
Oh, good. How thrilling to know I'm so well taken care of.
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
All right. Wow. Okay. What's wrong, boys? Someone out there?
My lady, help me! The castle is under attack!
Okay, so obviously, yeah, you are sleeping, and so that's why you don't have anything equipped. Yeah. Games in the 90s didn't do that. Anyway, so yeah, you don't have any equipment, but it's back in your inventory, so all you have to do is just go in there and re-equip it. Which is pretty annoying, but okay, fine. So, yep, what is is this armor? Yeah, armor. Small shield. She also has a short bow, by the way, if you're into that. But okay, belt master's belt, band of fire, and lucky stone. Yeah, and that's it. This one is actually a healing potion, and what you do there is you grab it and you put it into this quick action bar. I think that's what it's called. And so if you need it, you don't have to go into the inventory every time. You can just click on this and that's it. And by the way, the other two skills I have is the shield pummel, right? So that's what I picked at the beginning, and then also the shield bash. So this is good for fighting, obviously. All right, let's get these guys.
What in horror have I ripped you apart? Someone's gonna fall and it sure won't be.
Fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
I'm fine. What's going on?
A scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howe's men. Why would they attack us?
I don't know.
Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
Nope.
We must find him.
Can you still handle a weapon?
I am no Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
Alright, so again, as far as I know, this is kind of a temporary character. I don't think it's permanent. So yeah, you can... By the way, the dog also has equipment. But I don't have anything at the moment. And then... This is the mother, right? I'm pretty sure it is, but yeah, I don't have anything really, so kind of useless.
Perhaps we can salvage
Now's
some things
better than
here.
later.
Some of your...
Dagger.
Father's belongings are in that trunk.
Yes.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
It says like insufficient skill, but why is that? By the way, I did get a level up, so might as well distribute the points here. Next. There must be a way to do kind of rogue activities, I guess. But where is it? Just give me one moment. Yeah. Okay, don't know. Got an extra skill here.
I'll get on it. Now's better than later.
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
I'll make them pay.
How is not even taking hostages? He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go, I don't want to see this.
Alright. This was my room, right? Yep.
Alright.
I'll cut you down! Go down!
Excellent, won this battle, but we cannot waste more time.
I have to say, kind of the fighting is pretty good so far. Like, again, I remember Neverwinter Nights was just incredible. Maybe I'm kind of,
So you can get off my back.
I don't know, maybe it's been a while I played it, so maybe now it's not as good as I think, but I think it was pretty amazing at the time. This one is pretty good too. I mean, you got the nice flow of the weapons. When they stop fighting, they put the weapons back, you know. These are all small details, like, it really doesn't matter, but it just adds to the realism of the game, and that's cool.
Got it.
Oh, dear Landra. I'm so sorry. If she hadn't come to me, if she hadn't been here.
Okay, I'm just gonna look this up because I think there is a way to open these chests, but I just missing something. Okay, unlock chests. Proper E. Yeah. Okay. Rogues are the only class who have been known to have lock-picking chests. Okay, well, I don't have a rogue with me, so... Yeah, so you can't do that without a rogue, basically, that's what it says. Alright, I guess I'm missing out on some gold and stuff, but no big deal.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere.
We should take the fight to them.
Don't be foolish. You would throw your life away? The front gates. That's where your father must be.
We can't just let him win.
Listen, darling. We haven't much time. If we can't find your father, you must get out of here alive. Without you and Fergus, the entire Cousland line dies here. If Howe's men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servants' entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Then let us be swift.
Okay.
All right, all right.
Wait, did I just come back to the... I did, didn't I? Weird.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
What? Don't be a coward, stand and fight.
Yes, my lady! Here they come! Get them!
No chance at all. I'll get you a ladder. You can get on You have no skill, only Now's better than later. I'll get on it. Got it.
This was... What is this room exactly? Oh.
I'll get on it. I'll get you a ladder so you can get off my back. All right, all right. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Let's go this way.
Poor Aldous. He will be avenged, old sage. I swear it.
Make a guide my hand!
Now there you go. This will be fun. Got it.
Yeah, so there's not much to comment at the moment. It's just the combat system. it's like I said, it's...
We're getting close to the treasury. The Cousland family blade lies inside. Here, darling, take my key. That blade cannot fall into Hao's hands. It should sever his treacherous head.
So yeah, from time to time you get keys and stuff. You can open doors and chests. But yeah, so the combat system during the combat, it seems that they don't auto-target the next enemy. It's like it's pretty manual. Maybe there's a way to change it somewhere, but I don't know.
I'll get on it.
Guard shield. Okay, alright, that's fine. Look at this guy. He was stuck in place, just running around.
Full blast you!
Oh, that guy lost his head, by the way. That was brutal. Oh wait, I came from there.
Can I get you a ladder? So you can get
Go, man the gate. Keep those bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lady, you're both alive. I was certain Hao's men had gotten through.
They did.
They killed Oriana and Oren. I can't believe. Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, your ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hao's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly.
We need to find Father, or where is the Grey Warden? Yeah, let's go with that.
I've no idea. You don't think he's involved in this, do you?
He's involved? Nah.
Was sent to kill Bryce? Oh dear. Have you seen him?
When I last saw the Turn, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
I'll get on it. All right, all right.
I'm still not exactly sure where, like, the HP is. I know that it's obviously on the portrait, I guess.
Later.
But like that red bar, it's pretty hard to see. Like if I hover on it, I can see I have 191 health, but I prefer it if it would be more kind of obvious, you know. This is not really obvious.
Hold them back!
All right, all right.
Blast it! Take that! We have won this battle, but we cannot waste more time.
Where does that go?
All right, all right.
How dare you go there? I can see it. I have nothing else to lose. I will drive you from our land myself.
I'll get on it.
Okay, well that goes into the pantry, right? I don't want to go there yet.
Now's better than later.
We must get out. They're slaughtering everyone.
I'll get on it.
Everyone else!
You have no skill, only desperation.
I will kill them all myself.
Yeah, it's still easier to play in this view. You just see more stuff.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce.
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there.
Why is he doing it?
He can't get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
We'll have to drag you out.
Only if you're willing to leave pieces of me behind, pup.
Bryce, this is no time for jokes! Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened.
House must have planned something for him too.
Bryce, no.
The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the turn is correct. Howe's men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My daughter helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
Can you do something about... Oh, okay. Are you going to help us?
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, I beg you. Take my wife and daughter to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
Are you talking about me?
You fought your way to me through Howe's men. I think the Maker's intention is clear. I will take the Tyrna and your daughter to Ostagar, to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then your daughter joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Howe. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
What if Fergus is dead?
We will inform the king, and he will punish Howe. I'm sorry, but a Grey Warden's duties take precedence even over vengeance.
Howe thinks he'll use the chaos to advance himself. Make him wrong, bub. See that justice is done. Our family always does our duty first. The Darkspawn must be defeated. You must go. For your own sake and for Ferelden's.
Then I suppose I must accept.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our daughter will not die of Howe's treachery. She will live and make her mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
We can find another way, we can fight.
So we all die? No. Your place is now with the Grey Wardens. Mine is with your father, at his side, to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life, and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
That's a lot of blood.
Go, pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
Are you not even aware my father is dead?
Dead? What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Castle Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken Highever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
What kind of justice?
He will hang. I know that will not bring your family back, but Howe will not profit from this. No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
When will he return?
Not until the battle is over, I fear. Until then, we cannot even send word. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Thanks, I guess.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Then maybe we should move quickly.
Yes, we should proceed with the ritual.
What do you mean, ritual?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Okay, all right. Well, actually, so the way I'm gonna edit this is it's gonna be by level. So the first level was obviously the castle and the castle at night. So then it's gonna be this, okay? That's the way I kind of want to plan it out so that it doesn't drag on forever and it doesn't create this gigantic YouTube files. It's gonna be nice and tight. This is actually where I finished before, okay? So this is literally, that's going to be completely new for me from now on. So far, it's pretty good. Definitely like, you know, this has this whole kind of fantasy feel to it. It's a shame that your character is not voiced, but hey, I'm happy to read it for you guys. All right, I'm gonna finish here for today, and because again, I just want to cut it by levels, and I'll see you next time. But again, just want to remind everybody that like my health is really, really dodgy at the moment, so I don't know. Like I'm just trying my best. I'm doing my best, but I don't know what's gonna happen. So anyway, stay tuned for more. I'll try to be back soon. Tomorrow's Friday, so should be okay. And yeah, take care, stay safe, and OtakuOps signing off.